Dear friends, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom. And as we are starting off the new year in the third Parsha Lech Lecha, the first one that talks about the life of Abraham, the life of the first Jew, and as the Alter Rebbe, the first Chabad Rebbe, said that this week's Parsha is a happy one. Because when we talked about creation, it was exciting. But then we learned about the people, the way they live their lives, total immorality, and the breakdown of all of proper civilization, way of living. And then the next parsha, we talk about the flood. And then at the end, we have a little glimmer of happiness when Abraham is born. But this week, we live with Abraham every single day. We get to know who Abraham was, why he was so special, how he stood out with such courage, deep faith and commitment, and never stopping to move forward. And what's fascinating is that Abraham, who at the age of 75 picked himself up from his place where he grew up, in the region where he grew up, and he established himself, and made a trek to unknown land, Israel, then called Canaan. And all the things he went through as he is becoming a stronger and greater Jew and believer. And then finally, at the age of 99, God says to Abraham, circumcise yourself. Which Abraham does at the old age of 99, circumcises himself, the first person, first Jew to circumcise himself. And from then on, from when his son Isaac was born, every Jewish male is circumcised at 8 days old. Something that even until today is kept across the board. No matter what level of observance people have, they circumcise their child. And if you think for a moment, just reflect, why didn't God make Abraham circumcise himself in day one when he spoke to him? Why'd it have to take so many years? And the answer is that Abraham had to work to reach that level, to be able to make that type of covenant with God. That he makes a mark in his body to say, my body belongs to God, my life belongs to God. That commitment is so deep that my life has no value without that commitment and connection to God. 99 years he worked towards that. And even after he was accomplished and he did many great things, and the age of 75 was ready to listen to God blindly, took another 25 years to be able to reach that level of circumcising. And how special are we, every single male born in our generation, that what took Abraham 99 years to achieve, we automatically enter at the age of 8 days old. We get such a head start. There is so much invested in every one of us. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah, and all the great generations and their leaders, and our grandparents and great-grandparents, who all invested so much in their Judaism and to ensure that it carries on, because we are here. Unfortunately, look around today, how many people that they look at their descendants, second or third generation, they're not part of the Jewish people in an active way at all, or even identifying. And every one of us here identifying is because someone before us made it a point to dedicate themselves and commit themselves in one or more ways to Hashem. And we just ride that tremendous wave. The rabbis call it like a midget on top of a giant. How special and how great we all are. Let's live up to our greatness, because not only we can reach where they were, but we take the entire Jewish chapter of history and we make it greater in every generation. It's in your hands to take it to the next level. There's so much invested in you. You're already circumcised at 8 days. The covenant's made at 8 days. How much more can you bring, and how much greater can you make Judaism? And you can. my friend. Male, female, it's the idea. Roll up your sleeves and let's make it happen. We are at the precipice of the greatest moment of history, not only Jewish history, world history. Mashiach is just at the doorstep. We just have to take us over the finish line. Let's make it happen. And continue inspired by Abraham, but also not only inspired, but backed up by everything Abraham and everyone else who followed him did. So God bless you. We love you all. Shabbat Shalom.